Coming up next, life-changing lovemaking with relationship and lovemaking expert Jack Lawrence. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Jack Lawrence, author, radio show host, and relationship and lovemaking expert. I travel around the country coaching and lecturing tens of thousands of married and single people on amazing lovemaking.
This video series is really teaching us what we didn't learn in school about sex.
In just a few moments, we're going to go to one of my seminars and find out what people really want to know about lovemaking, but we're afraid to ask. Today you'll hear from doctors, best-selling authors, and even clergy. I've used my knowledge and years of experience to create a breakthrough video series called Life-Changing Lovemaking. Each video walks you through almost every aspect of lovemaking using instruction, followed by a 60-minute demonstration of actual lovemaking. For couples, life-changing lovemaking is your gateway to taking your love life to levels you never thought possible. For single men and women, life-changing lovemaking will give you the confidence you need to attract and keep the man or woman of your dreams. Having sexual confidence will change your life in the bedroom and beyond. You can have an amazing sex life. Let's go now to one of my recent seminars.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. We've got quite a day today. We're talking about life-changing lovemaking, and it's a video series that's out. It's with Jack Lawrence, author and radio host, and lovemaking expert. Emma Cummings, of course, lovemaking practitioner and expert, and India Summer. Jack, how does great sex change your life and your relationships?
Well, confidence is important in your career, your relationships, your lovemaking. If you have a base of confidence that comes from sexuality, people can see it. You're going to walk around through town smiling. People are going to be attracted to you, to be friends with you, to tell jokes. It's going to make life a lot better.
They always say the two things that break up marriages or break up a good partnership, domestic partnership, are money and sex, and not necessarily in that order.
Absolutely.
Why is that?
Well, money, you could always sort that out. You could always work together with it. And sex, if you're not on the same level as each other with skill, or the same level of communication, there's obviously going to be friction. And sex is how we express our love and desire for each other.
And you know, by not having the sexual confidence that you need and not having the skill to build the sexual confidence in your partner, marriages are devastated by this.
The key to getting that spark going really comes down to skills, and really comes down to experimenting with new things and finding out what excites your partner.
Which can be learned. I mean,
Absolutely.
It's that easy. I mean, all you have to do is maybe learn something, and
it's just breaking down that wall that's always the hardest part.
Now, in the series, you actually see, of course, where I'm interviewing you, and we're talking about 60 different sexual topics, ranging from positions to foreplay to you name it. And you make it so comfortable and so easy to talk about. And the fact that we've had clergy and doctors and everybody else recommending this series is amazing. One of the clergy said, you know what, God gave us our bodies to enjoy. And that's true.
Yes.
And he said it's a shame when he sees couples that come in that they're not enjoying that, and they're not sharing that part of their life.
It's one of the best parts of marriage.
It is.
You know.
Want to take a little break, come back in just a few minutes, talk more about life-changing lovemaking.
Thanks again for tuning in to Life-Changing Lovemaking. As you can see, life-changing lovemaking is changing the lives of both married couples and single men and women, giving you the sexual confidence you need to attract and maintain the relationship you've always dreamt of. The fact that you're watching tells me that you really care about your current relationship or the relationship that you desire. As we discussed earlier, the primary cause of infidelity in both men and women leads right back to the bedroom. So for married couples, rekindling and maintaining an amazing sex life is absolutely essential. There's so much at stake.
When couples have a bad sex life, it's like the distant rumble of thunder in any relationship, because one of them is going to look for areas that they're not being satisfied by their partner. They're going to look for it with somebody else.
All men have a wandering eye, but I think it gets stronger if they're not fulfilled in the bedroom.
I have a few friends that are married. They all cheat if they're not getting what they want.
A woman may cheat, but not in the same way that a man will. A man will want to satisfy his sexual cheating need, whereas a woman will want the emotional connection and then the sexual need.
If they're not getting what they want in bed, either a man or a woman, it will definitely take its toll on their relationship.
I feel a series like this can certainly, whether viewed by an individual or the couple together, will open those lines of communication.
A video series like this can help men and women stay together and not want to stray because it makes the sex life more exciting.
For a limited time only, I'm offering an introductory special that includes a full-length, life-changing lovemaking video for only $9.95 plus shipping and processing. That's a $39 value for only $9.95. For $9.95, you'll have the ability to open doors to the love life you've always wanted and get the sexual confidence that you need. It's absolutely risk-free. If you're not fully satisfied, send the videos back for a full refund. This is a rare opportunity to start a lifetime of amazing love and lovemaking. So give me a call now.
Life-changing lovemaking will give you the power to create and maintain that relationship you've always dreamed of. Guaranteed. A great love life is for a lifetime, so pick up the phone and call the number on your screen.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Welcome back. We're talking about life-changing lovemaking, of course, with me, Jack Lawrence, Emma Cummings, and India Summer. Jack, a lovemaking expert, author, and radio host, and a new video series called Life-Changing Lovemaking. It's so good, and it's this series that literally is changing the way, it's changing marriages, it's changing relationships. And we talked earlier about the folks that are married and domestic couples. How about single men and single women? How does this, how does poor lovemaking, how does that affect them?
It affects them drastically. If you don't have skills, odds are you're not going to be having that much sex. People aren't going to be calling you back. You're not going to have the sexual confidence that's portrayed in front of you that is going to attract the opposite sex to you. So the less skills you have, the less sex you'll have, and the less sex you have, the less you'll enjoy sex. So as you get a repertoire of skills and you get a little bit more open-minded, you get a little bit more, action, so to say, sex becomes a bigger part of your life.
Not just that, I mean, if it's good from the beginning, it stays good for the rest of the relationship, You're able to go further from there.
Right. When we talked to India a while ago, you were talking about when you finally hit that sexual threshold where you were really having good sex, it was when you met your husband.
Yes.
But what was it exactly? What opened that door?
Being comfortable. Being comfortable enough and secure in my relationship and within myself, and being able to know I could ask for something if I wasn't getting it, and he could ask me. It was just a mutual security.
How do you break that door down?
Well, I think a lot of it starts with just being comfortable with your body. And there's no such thing as perfection. And everybody has to be able to lay naked in front of your partner with the lights on. And a lot of people are afraid to do that. Society teaches us all these things about these plastic surgeries that we need, that we don't really need. And basically, they're trying to make you feel bad about your body. Being naked in front of each other and being completely comfortable in front of each other, that's the first step.
Absolutely is. It definitely is. And again, I mentioned earlier that we have everything from clergy to doctors, psychiatrists, relationship experts that are endorsing this series, and they're loving it. I want to cut to and show you what some of these folks are saying. Let's take a look at this.
It's a fun way of increasing the sexual chemistry between you and ultimately not looking to cheat elsewhere. This video is hugely important because it can actually help people stay together, because sex is one of the biggest components of a relationship. That's the glue.
Good sex life, good relationship to the world. Bad sex life, bad relationship to the world.
This video is great in that it addresses many of the questions that people bring into my office in much greater detail than I could ever go into with them in an office visit.
This series, will break down the boundaries. They will be able to talk about things perhaps they haven't talked about before, or were too embarrassed or didn't know how to broach. So it's opening a whole new area for them to discuss things, for them to try things out, for them to have some fun with it too.
So it's amazing, yeah, how many people are really loving this. Again, like you said, Jack, I'll repeat it probably 20 times in this half hour, but you talk about the largest sex organ in the body is the brain. And this series, the way you've done it, literally gets you in that mindset of having great sex. I want to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk some more about life-changing lovemaking with Jack Lawrence, Emma, and India. Back in just a few minutes.